Hello everyone, welcome to the third and last lecture of Lease Accounting AS19. This is the most important lecture out of all the lectures of Lease Accounting so far. Today we are going to understand the concept of sale and lease back, and maximum MCQs in your coming exams are possible from this part of the chapter. So all of you listen to it thoroughly well, and we will be solving few practical questions also based on this concept. Plus, most important, I will be giving you a technique, one main technique which will cover all the situations at one go. So that technique will help you a lot in answering the MCQ questions as well, which come on sale and lease back. So wait for it, look at it. Sale and lease back first of all means what? See, sale and lease back means suppose I want to buy a car of rupees 5 lakhs on lease. Okay, I want to buy a car of 5 lakhs on lease. Sale and lease back means the owner of the car gives me the car for 5 lakhs. That is, he sells me the car for 5 lakhs. And then I only lease back the same car to the same person. So I want to buy the car, but I don't want to use the car. I want to buy the car as an investment. I want to buy the car to earn income out of it. So what do? I buy the car of, let us say, 20 lakh rupees. Okay, the person sells me the car for 20 lakh rupees. Now he only wants to use it, so I financially help him basically. I provide 20 lakh rupees to him. He gives me the car, and then I lease back the car to him. And then he only pays me the EMIs or the lease rental for the same for the next 5 or 7 years. So sale and lease back means what happens? The owner wants to use the property. One more example I'll give you. Suppose you are at the age of 60. I repeat, you are at the age of 60. You have a big house of your own. Okay? And you don't have any one of your heirs or nominees remaining. You are the only one. You made a huge fortune, house worth crores of rupees. Okay, your retirement has come. You have retired after the age of 60. You don't have any children. You don't have wife. You don't have husband. No one is there. You are the alone person in your life. No relatives. Now what will you do with this crores of property? Because after your death, there is no nominee to take care of it. So what do you decide? Okay, what do you decide? You want to stay in that house till your death. You want to enjoy that house till your death. So what do? You sell that house to someone, and he gives you 4 crore, 5 crore of rupees. So much of money you can enjoy with that. And he only leases back the house to you. So he recovers the rent from you. He says, now this is crores of house, so you pay me monthly rent of, let us say, 1 lakh rupees. Okay, fine. You say monthly rent of 1 lakh, yearly 12 lakhs. Even if I pay him for the next 20 years, I have to pay him 2 crore 40 lakhs. He has given me 5 crore rupees. So after retirement, your income has stopped. At least with that sum of money, you can carry on your remaining life very peacefully with that huge sum of money. So this is just one short example. There are various such examples possible. Basically, sale and lease back, as the name suggests, 2 words. Sale and then take it back on lease. So I give my property to you, I sell it to you, and then I take it back on lease from you itself. There is a condition. When I sell you the property, I put that condition. I'm selling it to you, but you will not give it on lease to anyone else. You'll give it back to me only. So that can be possible in any particular asset. Okay. Normally, if you are in need of money, you sell that. And then you take it back on lease so that you can use that asset also. However, in accounting, it's very, very complex. There are so many situations possible here, and AS19 has made it very, very complex. Mind you, AS19 has made it very complex. Vijay Verma has made it very simple for you. I am going to give you a technique for this, which will work universally in all the situations and make your task very easy. Look at it. A sale and leaseback transaction involves the sale of an asset by the vendor and leasing of the same asset back to the vendor, as I explained you. Now, accounting treatment of sale and leaseback. If the leaseback is finance lease based, Finance lease, no trouble at all. Very simple accounting it is. If it is finance, problems arise when it is operating lease. I gave you two examples in the beginning. First of car, that was finance lease because whole life of the car is utilized by me. Second example I gave you of property, that was operating lease. That's why I gave you two examples in the beginning. So first one, okay, if I sell my car to someone else and I take it back on lease itself, what will I do? Any profit or loss of sale proceeds over the carrying amount. All of you underline carrying amount and write book value. In your study material you have this point. So all of you underline the word carrying amount and write book value. Any profit or loss of sale profits over the book value should not be immediately recognized as profit or loss in the financial statement of seller or lessee. Seller is the lessee here. I am selling the property and I am the lessee because I am taking it back on lease. So I am the seller also, but I am not the lessor. After selling it back, the other person, buyer, becomes the lessor and he gives it back on lease to me. So I am the seller as well as lessee. Whatever profit I earn, suppose finance lease means that car example. Suppose the value of that car is 10 lakhs. I sell it for 12 lakhs. I sell it for 12 lakhs and then I take it back on lease. So I earn a profit of 2 lakhs. What will I do with that 2 lakh rupees? It should be deferred and amortized over the lease term in proportion to the depreciation of leased asset. Means that 2 lakh rupees of profit, if I have taken the car for 5 years lease, then whatever depreciation I charge in the next 5 years, in that ratio, I will recognize that profit in P&L account every year. Means that 2 lakhs of profit I will not credit in my P&L account in 1 year. I will credit in P&L account of the next 5 years in the proportion, in the ratio of depreciation of that asset. Okay, one treatment only. So finance lease is the best over here. Very simple, only one treat. What you have to remember, one treatment. Any profit or loss should be deferred. Amortized. Amortized means deferred, written off. Amortized means written off. Amortized means not in 1 year, but amortized means spread over several years. Okay, amortized means not in 1 year, but spread over several years. So once again, look at it. Any profit or loss of sale proceeds over the carrying amount, that is book value, should not be immediately recognized as profit or loss. Means entire amount, don't take it in P&L account immediately. Then what should be done? Next sentence, it should be deferred. Deferred means taken to future years. And amortized. Amortized means spread over future years. Over the lease term in proportion to the depreciation of asset. Again, how will you spread it over various years? In the proportion or ratio of depreciation. So finance lease is very simple. Whether you earn profit or you incur loss, it will be amortized. Amortized means it will be spread over various years in the ratio or proportion of depreciation. Now the complicated part, accounting treatment of sale and lease back. If the lease back is operating, that house example what I gave you. House example, 5 crores of house, you sell it. Then you take it back on lease. Now you are obviously not going to use the house for its entire life. You may be alive after 60 years, for 10, 15, 20 years maximum. You use it for that. Then that person will give it on lease to someone else. But you get good value of that house, 5 crores. And you stay in that house till your death also. And you don't need that house after your death. There is no nominee to enjoy your wealth. So it's a perfect decision you can take. Sale and lease back, operating lease in such situations. But the accounting treatment, my God, AS 19, see what complications they have created. I'm just reading it. I know you will not understand anything. So just read it up and then let's find a trick to remember all these things. Look at it. Any profit or loss out of sale transaction is recognized immediately when selling price is equal to fair value. Okay, one situation underline, selling price is equal to fair value. If selling price is below fair value, profit, that is carrying amount, means book value, is less than the selling price sale value, recognize profit immediately. Loss, that is carrying amount, book value, is more than the sale value, that is selling price, recognize the loss immediately provided loss is not compensated by future lease payment. I know it's all going bouncer, don't worry. I'm there to help you out. Loss, that is carrying amount, is more than, book value is more than the selling price, defer and amortize the loss if loss is compensated by future lease payment. If selling price is above the fair value, if carrying amount is equal to fair value, means book value is equal to fair value, which will result in profit, amortize the profit over the lease period. If carrying amount is less than fair value, that is book value is less than the fair value, it will result in profit, amortize and defer the profit equals to selling price less fair value and recognize the balance profit immediately. And carrying amount is more than the fair value, which will result in loss, equal to carrying amount less than fair value should be recognized immediately. Profit equal to selling price less fair value should be amortized. What is all this? I know you would be having the same feeling right now. Now all of you open your notebooks. Come on, open your notebooks and write down this trick to remember operating lease. Finance lease, only one point you have to remember. Whether profit or loss, it should be amortized. That's it. It will not be taken immediately. It should be amortized. Now for this, all of you note down in the notebook as I am making you write it. Okay, write it down fast. Give the heading, accounting treatment of sale and lease back. Take out your notebooks. It's very important. The trick which I am making you write is very, very important to cover all these situations. Take out the notebook, give the heading, accounting treatment of sale and lease back, and in that if lease back is an operating lease. In finance lease, no need to note down in the notebook, only one situation. Amortize the profit or loss, whatever it is. But give this heading if lease back is an operating lease. Now let us see that. Write it the same way as it's appearing in your screen. Book value. Write down everyone in your notebooks. Book value. Compare the book value with fair value. Okay, compare the book value with fair value. Write it the same manner. If fair value is more, ignore. If fair value is more, ignore. Every solution you have to make this table, what I am going to make you. It's a big table but covers all the situations. Okay, this may also be found to be complicated, but at least it is far less complicated than the things on the left side. So this table, once you remember and learn by heart perfectly well, it covers all the situations of the left side. So compare the book value with fair value. If fair value is more than the book value, ignore. If fair value is less than the book value, then the loss will be taken immediately in P&L account. Write it the same way. More, ignore. More, ignore. More, ignore. Less, loss, take it immediately to P&L account. Now compare fair value with selling price. Okay, now compare fair value with selling price. If selling price is more, the profit will be amortized. If selling price is more than the fair value, profit will be amortized, means spread over the lease term, spread over the period of lease. Less, ignore. So it's very simple. First compare book value with fair value. Here in this comparison, you ignore the more amount. Then compare fair value with selling price. Here if selling price is less than the fair value, you ignore it. In the first one, if fair value is more than the book value, ignore it. In the second one, selling price is less than the fair value, you ignore it. In the first one, if fair value is less than the book value, then take the loss immediately to P&L account. In the second one, if selling price is more than the fair value, then profit, amortize it. It's not over. Many points are still remaining. Now selling price is again compared with book value. Yes, necessary to cover the left side situations. Selling price is again compared with book value. Whether it may be more or it may be less, find out both. Profit and loss, find out both. And now you compare this net profit or loss, selling price and book values difference with the net profit or loss of the right side. What is this net profit or loss on the right side? Suppose in the book value and fair values comparison, it is loss. And in the fair value and selling price comparison, it is profit. The net profit or loss. Profit minus loss. The net amount may be profit or net amount may be, if loss is more, it may be negative loss. So left side amount, selling price and book values difference, you compare with the right side amount, profit minus loss. I repeat, left side, selling price minus book values difference, you compare with the right side, profit or loss. Let us revise once again. Come on fast. Book value with fair value with selling price. In book value with fair value, if fair value is more, ignore. In fair value with selling price, if selling price is less, ignore. If fair value is less than book value, loss, take to P&L account immediately. Loss immediately. But if selling price is more than the fair value, then profit will be amortized. Now again, selling price you compare with book value and you may get it more or you may get it less, any of the things. Whatever you get profit or loss, you compare that with the right side net profit or loss. What do you mean by net profit or loss? Profit of selling price and fair values difference minus loss of fair value and book values difference. Up till here clear? Okay, once again you can rewind and listen to it if any confusion. Further, this after comparing it, if you find, same way write it in your notebooks. If you find that the amount is less, which amount? Left side amount. Left side amount means selling price and book values difference. I repeat, left side amount means selling price and book values difference. If it is less, then the right side net profit or loss. Now right side profit or loss effect we have already given. Loss then we have taken in P&L account immediately. Profit then we have amortized and spread over the various years. And left side amount is less means it is already covered in the right side amount. So ignore it. The effect has been already given. If left side amount is less than the right side amount, then ignore it because it is already covered in the effects of right side. I repeat, if left side amount, selling price and book values difference, is less than the right side amount, net profit or loss, then ignore it because the right side amount's effect have been already given. So no more effect is to be given. That amount is less means it is already included in the right side's effects. However, if it is more, excess means not covered. If left side the net profit, your profit or loss, whatever you get, suppose it comes to 50, right side it comes to 30, means only 30 is covered, 20 is not covered. 20's effect is still remaining. Right side we have given the effect of only 30 and left side selling price and book values difference is coming 50. 20's effect is still remaining. What will you do with that? There if it is profit, take it to P&L account immediately. Okay, if it is profit, take it to P&L account immediately. But if it is loss, then you take it to P&L account immediately provided it is not compensated by future lease payments. What you have to do, just write this language, that's it. Don't go into detail. If it is a loss, then you write this statement that it will be taken to P&L account immediately provided it is not compensated by future lease payment. And you further mention one more statement. If it is compensated by future lease payments, then amortize over the lease period. So just remember, after comparing, if the left side amount is less, then ignore because the effects have been already given. But if left side amount is more, and in that if there is a profit, then you take it to P&L account immediately. And if there is a loss, then you have to write this statement that loss will be taken to P&L account immediately provided it is not compensated by future lease payments. If it is compensated by future lease payments, then it will be amortized over the lease period. Now all of you look at the left side situations again and see how is it covered in the right side diagram. First situation, any profit or loss arising out of sale transaction. First of all, profit or loss means selling price is more than the book value. Okay. Any profit or loss arising out of sale transaction is recognized immediately when selling price is equal to fair value. Now look at the right side. Selling price is equal to fair value means in that bottom difference, fair value and selling price, neither you will have more nor you will have less. Both are equal. I repeat, unless selling price is equal to fair value, in the right side diagram, the last two items in the top part, FV and SP, they both are equal, means neither you have that more point, that profit to amortize, less point, ignore. Both are not there. So that portion gets excluded for the first situation. You don't have to write anything, just understand how this diagram fulfills all the conditions. Then, any profit or loss. Profit or loss means selling price is more than book value. Okay, the selling price is more than book value if there is profit. Now more than, see at the end, more than take it to P&L account immediately if it is more, because it is not covered on the right side. So take it to P&L account immediately. And if it is less, then in the beginning itself we discussed fair value less than book value, right side, it is a loss and take it to P&L account immediately. Means in this diagram that situation is already covered. Next, if selling price is below the fair value. Now see on the right side, if selling price is below the fair value, then less, ignore. So first of all, in all these three situations on the left side, below the heading of selling price below fair value, right side, selling price and fair values comparison, less is to be ignored. Now first one, profit. Profit means fair value is more than the book value or book value is less than the fair value. Look at it. Carrying amount means book value is less than the sale value, means selling price. then recognize the profit immediately. Why? Book value is less than the selling price means what will you get? See here on the left side, profit. That excess profit at the bottom will go to not covered part, more excess, and that we are going to take to P&L immediately. If there is a loss, that is carrying amount is more than the sale value, book value is more than the selling price, then recognize loss immediately provided loss is not compensated by future lease payment. So if book value is less, then on the left side you'll have a loss. That loss is not covered by the right side profit or loss. So see at the bottom, not covered means what are we going to do with the loss? I told you, take to P&L account immediately provided it is not compensated by future lease payments. If compensated, then amortize over the lease period. I told you to write this statement, that is covered over here. And last, loss. That is carrying amount is more than the selling price. Defer and amortize the loss. If loss is compensated by future lease payments, again is covered in the right side. Now again go back to the left side. If selling price is above the fair value, now right side. See the last two comparisons, fair value and selling price. If selling price is more, then what did I make you write? Profit amortize. This you have to do. Profit is to be amortized. Difference of selling price and fair values difference is to be amortized. Now what situations? If carrying amount is equal to fair value, means book value and fair value both are same. Right side, neither it is more, ignore, nor it is less, loss. Both are same. So only this point will come, profit is to be amortized. So what do they say? Which will result in profit, amortize the profit over the lease period. See on the right side you'll find it. Carrying amount less than the fair value. Now in the beginning, book value and fair value. Carrying amount is less than the fair value means fair value is more than the book value. What did I write? More, ignore. So again the effect is going to remain same. Carrying amount less than the fair value will result in profit that you amortize and defer the profit equal to selling price minus fair value and recognize the balance profit immediately. See at the end I made you write. You compare it with net profit or loss. If it is not covered, then at the end we have written excess amount take to P&L account immediately. So that will be covered over here. And lastly, if carrying amount is more than the fair value, means book value is more than fair value or fair value is less than book value, there is a loss which will take to P&L account immediately. See on the right side. Then which will result in loss equal to carrying amount less than fair value should be recognized immediately. We have written that on the right side. But if there is profit, selling price and fair values difference, then what did we make you write? Profit more amortize. Okay, profit more amortize. So that is what we are supposed to do. So it covers all the situations. Don't worry, even if you are not able to understand, left side is very complex. To make it simple, I have given you this right side diagram. Or if you make this right side diagram and we solve the practical questions of your pamphlet from this diagram, so the concept will become crystal clear, crisp and clear to you once we solve those questions covered in your pamphlet. Take out your study material, we take up with those questions. Yes, now let us understand the same things with the help of the questions. All of you look at page 6 of your study material. You'll find these questions. X Limited sells machinery, WDV. WDV means book value, of which was rupees 40 lakhs. For rupees 50 lakhs means sold for 50 lakhs is the selling price to Y Limited. So you can see there is a profit of 10 lakhs. The same machinery was leased back to X Limited. So it's a sale and lease back transaction by Y Limited for 10 years resulting in finance lease. Now what should be the treatment? Okay, this one is important here. Resulting in finance lease. What is the first thing I told you in today's lecture? Finance lease is very simple. Complicated is only operating lease. And then what did we discuss? Finance lease means whatever is the profit, you will amortize it over the lease term. So this 10 lakhs will get amortized over 10 years in the ratio of depreciation, in the proportion of depreciation. So what should be the treatment of profit in the books of seller, lessee? Seller, lessee. He is now lessee, X Limited. The profit of 10 lakhs on sale of machinery by X Limited, seller, lessee should not be immediately recognized in books. Rather, it should be deferred and amortized over 10 years and in proportion of the depreciation amount to be charged by X Limited on the machinery. So finance lease, always the answer will come same only. Whether profit or loss, it should be amortized and in the proportion of depreciation. Now important is this second question, where we will be using that diagram what I made you write. X Limited sold machinery having WDV means book value of rupees 40 lakhs. To Y Limited for rupees 50 lakhs means selling price. Same situation, only 40 and 50, but there are different situations of fair value. And the same machinery was leased back by Y Limited to X Limited. So sale and lease back. Now this is important. The lease back is operating lease. That's why all the complications arise. So comment if 4-5 options you can see over here are given to you. Now we will work out each and every option with that diagram, and then you verify the answers given in your pamphlet. How do they match with our diagram? Look at it. Okay, first, that diagram. Book value, fair value, selling price. Okay, always. These three things we have to compare. What is the book value in all the situations? 40 lakhs. What is the selling price in all the situations? 50 lakhs. Okay. Now, see the A option. Selling price is rupees 50 lakhs and it is equal to fair value. Okay. It is equal to fair value means here fair value is also 50 lakhs. Now, what did I tell you? Compare book value with fair value. If fair value is more, ignore. Do you all remember? Means this 10 lakhs you ignore. Okay, profit of 10 lakhs you ignore. Now over here, there is no more, no less, both are equal only. So neither more will come nor less will come. Ignore it. Now you compare selling price again with book value. What is the difference of 40 and 50? Here there is a profit of 10 lakhs. Okay, it is more. Now, what did I tell you? Finally, you again compare it with net profit or loss. Here there is no profit, no loss, that is nil. If you compare it with net profit or loss, you'll find this 10 lakhs is not covered on the right side till now. Means this 10 lakhs of profit is not covered. It is excess. What did I make you write in the diagram? If it is excess, then you take it to P&L account immediately. Immediately you take this 10 lakhs of profit to P&L account. See in the solution, X Limited should immediately recognize the profit of 10 lakhs in its books. Always you do this way, all your answers are going to come correct. Blindfolded, you can apply this table, all your answers will always come correct. Let us see that in further situations also. B. Now fair value is 60 lakhs. Okay, first, book value is 40 lakhs, fair value is 60 lakhs, and selling price is 50 lakhs given at the top of the question. Okay, book value 40 lakhs, selling price 50 lakhs already given at the top. In the second situation, fair value is 60 lakhs. Now, compare this. If fair value is more, ignore. Okay. Now, here, if selling price is more, in this situation, if selling price is more, then you take the profit and loss immediately. Here, if it is less, ignore. Means this also ignore. This 40 to 60 also ignore. Selling price is less than fair value, that also you ignore. In the above situation, more is to be ignored. In the below situation, less is to be ignored. Now you compare this. If you compare 50 with 40 lakhs, okay? If you compare 50 with 40 lakhs, then you'll find, okay, here you'll find there is a profit or the amount is more. By what amount? 10 lakhs. Now you have to compare it with net profit or loss. Here, do you find any net profit or loss in this situation? No, it is nil. Means, can I say that this 10 lakhs left side amount is not covered on the right side? If it is not covered, if it is excess, then whatever is the profit being a profit, you take immediately entire 10 lakhs to P&L account. See again in the solution, same as the first treatment. The treatment will remain exactly same as the first one. Look at it. See that in the statement, profit of rupees 10 lakhs should be immediately recognized by X Limited. Now look at the third situation, how does it get fulfilled? First of all, we know that in third situation, now they say fair value is 45 lakhs and selling price is 38 lakhs. Selling price is changing now. Book value is 40 lakhs is going to remain same. Then fair value, we have to compare it with fair value, okay? What is the fair value given in situation C? fair value 45 lakhs. And we compare it with selling price. Selling price is given as 38 lakhs. Now let us go step by step. First compare book value with fair value. Fair value is more, ignore. Now compare selling price. Selling price is less, ignore. We studied. In the upper one more, ignore. In the lower one less, ignore. Now compare selling price with book value. 38 and 40 means there is a loss. Selling price is less. So what is the loss? Loss is of 2 lakhs. Now you compare it with net profit or loss over here. On the right side, net profit or loss is nil only. There is no amount. Means you can say this 2 lakhs is not covered. It is excess. But what did I made you write if it is excess? Profit you take to P&L account immediately. But if it is loss, then you take to P&L account immediately, provided, okay, this statement I told you have to write, provided it is not compensated by future lease payments. If it is compensated by future lease payments, then the loss of 2 lakhs will be amortized over the lease. You have to write this statement. See it in your answer. Loss of 2 lakhs to be immediately recognized in its books, provided the loss is not compensated by future lease payment. You write that statement. If it is compensated, then you have to amortize it over the lease term. Now understand situation D. So that diagram which I made you write will fulfill in all the situations. Look at D. Fair value 40 lakhs, selling price 50 lakhs. Let us write it. Book value is also 40. Fair value is also 40. But now selling price is how much? 50 lakhs. Let us do step by step comparison. More, ignore. Less, recognize immediately in P&L. But here neither it is more nor less. It is same. So no point comes. Ignore it. Now 50. Here more. Now it is not less. It is more. So more means profit of 10 lakhs. You will take immediately to P&L account. Profit of 10 lakhs you will take immediately to P&L account. Now compare selling price with book value. Again 40 and 50 there is a profit of 10 lakhs. Compare this with net profit or loss. Here profit of 10 lakhs, there is no loss, means there is again a profit of 10 lakh only. So is this 10 lakhs covered with this 10 lakhs or not? Yes. Covered means then you ignore this left side. So only this effect has to be given. Which effect? 10 lakh will go to P&L account. In this 10 lakhs, this 10 lakhs is already covered. See in your answer. Here profit of 10 lakhs is to be amortized over the lease period. Okay, I'm sorry. We discussed that amortized only, not immediately P&L account. Okay, we discussed that amortized only. So in the situation, current situation, this profit of rupees 10 lakhs is to be amortized. Okay, we discussed in the upper one, loss would be taken to P&L immediately. In the lower one, profit would be amortized. So this would be amortized over the lease period, and left side 10 lakhs is already covered in this 10 lakhs. So there is no excess amount whose effect is to be given. Now look at situation E. Fair value is 46 lakhs, selling price is 50 lakhs. Let us do it. Book value 40 lakhs. Fair value 46 lakhs. Selling price 50 lakhs. Now, book value to fair value is more, ignore. You must remember in the first one. Second one more, then profit of 50 minus 46, 4 lakhs will be amortized. Profit of 4 lakhs will be amortized. Now you compare 50 with 40. Here there is a profit of 10 lakhs. Now what did we discuss? Again this profit you compare with net profit or loss. What is the net profit or loss here? 4 lakhs. Now is 10 lakhs covered in this entire 4 lakhs? No. How much excess profit is still there? 6 lakhs of excess profit is still there. What did we discuss lastly? If there is profit, take it to P&L account immediately. So what finally will we do in this question? 4 lakhs we will amortize and 6 lakhs will take to P&L account immediately. See in the solution. Profit of 6 lakhs to be immediately recognized in its books and balance 4 lakhs to be amortized or deferred over the lease period. Now the last situation, look at it, F situation. So one trick which I have given you will serve the purpose in all the situations. See that? Fair value is 35 lakhs, selling price 39 lakhs. Let us do it. Book value 40, fair value 35 and selling price 39. Okay, there's the situation. Fair value 35, selling price 39. Now, less. First time it has come across less. So there is a loss of 5 lakhs. Now this loss you will take in P&L account immediately. This loss you will take in P&L account immediately. Okay. 39 and 35 there is more. How much more? 4 lakhs. This profit of 4 lakhs will get amortized. The profit of 4 lakh will get amortized. Okay. Now 39 to 40 there is a loss of 1 lakh. This loss we have to compare with net profit or loss. What is the net profit or loss? Profit 4, loss 5. So can I say net profit or loss? There is a loss of 1 lakh. 4 minus 5. Okay, 4 of profit, 5 of loss. Means there is a net loss of 1 lakh. Is this loss of 1 lakh covered in this loss 1 lakh or not? Yes. So only these two effects we have to give. Loss of 5 lakhs will be taken in P&L account immediately and profit of 4 lakhs will get amortized. See in the answer what is given to you. Loss of 5 lakhs will be immediately recognized in its books, means this 5 lakhs will be taken to P&L immediately, and profit of 4 lakhs should be amortized. Got it everyone? Exactly same as with situation 3, question 3, all of you try it on your own. Answers are already given. Now you try this diagram on your own, you must be able to do it. In question 3, at the top you can see that the carrying amount means book value is 8 lakhs and fair value is 7 lakhs. And then initially no selling price is given, so this 1 lakh you have to draw the diagram and compare it. Selling price is not mentioned, means this difference only, book values and fair values difference. Fair value is less, so loss will be taken to P&L account immediately. That is what they have taken. Okay, here 7 lakhs is given, so loss should be recognized immediately. In the next paragraph, selling price is given as 6,50,000, so you make that table and compare it. And selling price is given 7,50,000. So you compare it with book value, fair value and selling price and find out whether your answer matches or not. So this chapter is over. Disclosures etc. you can go through on your own. The most important topic in this chapter is the sale and lease back, and that I have explained it completely in detail. That will be all for this lecture. Bye everyone. Take care.